Hello again, gang. Welcome back to the channel. Jayhuahua here. It's another Football Manager 2023 experiment, and the age-old question, can't we all just get along? I've got a great experiment for you here today. Let me jump straight in and tell you all about it. Shout out to AC Leeds United in the comments, not the team, the user who has commented on a previous video with this suggestion. They suggested that I make a team full of players with max potential, but they hate each other. So what I've done is I've gone in, George goalkeeper, for example. We go down, personal details, dislike people. Every single one of the team is there. Now, with a max potential team, we expect them to rise up the leagues and start winning the Premier League easily within 10 years. Will that happen with these guys? Time will tell, of course. But the amount of admin that it took to create this experiment, oh my God. So you had to go into, make all the players, go in, do all the attributes, and then go into, as I've already shown you, the disliked people and add every single player. Took absolutely ages. So if you're interested in this, at this juncture, we're already begging for a like. Drop a like on this video, please, because I really want to see this video do well because of the amount of admin it took. And if you've got any ideas for experiments, if it's going to be as admin heavy as this, it better be a bloody good one. Let me tell you, because I will not be going through this amount of admin for something I do not believe in. I do like this idea, so AC Leeds, thank you very much. Something less admin heavy next time though, please, bud. So, top and bottom of it. The reason Notts County is the team. The reason I've chosen them, you've seen the thumbnail. I wanted to use the old Kieran Dyer Lee Bowyer scuffle thing, because they were Newcastle, black and white strip. Because that was the inspiration for the thumbnail, so there you go. That's why it was Notts County. They're currently in the Vanarama National League now, with the team at about 100 and the potential ability at 200. I would expect that League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League, within 4 years, they should be in the Premier League. So what we're going to do, in the interest of keeping this experiment a little bit shorter than some of the other ones that we've done before, I want to bring this in under 20 minutes. I'm going to jump through 5 years. Straight off the bat, they should be in the Premier League after 5 years. Easily, and we'll see how they've been getting on. So without further ado, let's jump through 5 years and yeah, see what's happening. Okay, so straight away we can see a lot of the players have improved quite a lot. There's been some caps going on. Charlie centre-back's been capped 6 times for England. They're 20 years old. We get quite a lot of players in the 150s. Some players not playing at all. They mustn't play wingers. Michael midfield has barely improved, yet he's played 104 times. That's a bit, I don't know why he's not improved very much. Plenty of players have kicked on, but they're only in the Championship. So what's been going on for Notts County? Let's go and take a look at the leagues then, shall we? In the first season of the save, they won the Vanarama National League, 101 points. Easy. And they did get back-to-back promotions. Yes, they did. They went up in 2nd place, so they didn't win the league, which is surprising, really, because with the players improving and the unlimited potential, but the max potential that they can have, they're clearly going to have players that are going to be improving. I don't know. I do feel like maybe the 150 odd at 20 is probably fine. Like, I don't think they've not improved enough. I don't think it's had that much of an impact. I mean, added to the dislike function, I forgot. Yes, all of them have got 1 teamwork as well, because obviously if you don't like each other, you probably work badly as a team. So I've coupled it up by 1 teamwork, max dislike for each player. Anyway, they finished 2nd in League 2. And then they went up from League 1 as champions. So they've won the Vanarama National, 2nd in League 2, won League 1, and they got promoted from the Championship, which means they've been relegated. So they went up to the Premier League and they've just come back down, finishing bottom, dead bottom, that is. 25 defeats. Like, you would have needed 5 more wins, really, or 4 wins and a couple of draws to be outside the relegation zone. But a lot of them have started to be capped for England. So, few caps for England. Luke Williams is still in charge. They've won an FA Cup in 1894. Not in this save game. I thought they'd won an FA Cup. Obviously, you just saw. Oh dear. Right. So, Stefano Pioli, manager of England. Has Ralph been there yet? We're already looking at Ralph. Can you believe it, gang? He has not been there. Where is Ralph? Ralph watch. Look at that. I've only put Ralph in and Ralph Hasenhüttl comes up. He's like the game knows. He's the manager of Austria. So he was... Oh, he went to West Ham. And he was there for about a year. Tell a lie. He was there for about 5 months. hired as West Ham manager, then got sacked due to the club's poor league position. Then he got the job as Austria manager, and he's been there for 3 years. Go on, Ralph. So anyway, here is the squad. So at the minute, we've got Freddie fullback, Frank forward, Graham goalkeeper, Stephen striker, Derek defensive mid, Colin centre-back, Charlie centre-back, and Lee left-back, all in the England squad. But you have got caps for players like Jack of all trades. I mean, you'd expect him to be in the squad because he can play bloody everywhere. In terms of the attributes, we are seeing them getting considerably better. Aaron Fraser, for some reason, has been signed by Notts County. Melvin. Yeah, some really good players now emerging in this team. Of course, the teamwork's improved now. Melvin's got 5 for teamwork. As I've put the disliked players on permanent, none of this will change. Maybe I should have done this where they did change and they could maybe start to gel as a team. I wonder what the dynamics are like. Let's add as a manager. There's no team leaders. There's a lot of highly influential players, but they have not got a singular team leader. That's really weird. They've got a few social groups, and considering they all hate each other, a lot of them are in the same social group together. Anyway, so already I'm seeing an impact massively, because in previous experiments we've done a full team, like the short and tall teams, etc., or max potential teams from the lower leagues. They get up and they get to the Premier League, and once they're at the Premier League, they've improved to such a level that they then just go on, and they're more likely to qualify for the Champions League in Europe than they are to go back down. And within a couple of years of that, they're up there definitely challenging for the title, if not winning the league. So to go back down is alarming. I would say I'm going to jump forward through 5 more years now. It'll be 10 years into the experiment. In my opinion, they should have won silverware in that time. A Premier League, a domestic cup, probably a European trophy as well. So 5 more years, let's go. But before we do, if you like this kind of content, please do subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more there. There's a lot more coming. And if you've got any ideas, as I mentioned earlier, leave them in the comments down below, because this is an idea. Again, shout out to AC Leeds for the idea. Suggested it quite a while ago, bringing it to the channel now, because yeah, it takes a bit of time to logisticate all the admin and all the bits and bobs to get it going. If you've got any ideas and you want to see them on the channel, let me know and I'll endeavour to get to them. Don't forget, like the video if you haven't already. I really like this video. 5 more years then. We're in the Premier Division, and as you can see, current ability, so the players with the lower current ability haven't been capped at all. A lot of them have. Quite a few caps going on here, in the 40s now down here. 187 for Colin, 182 for Lee. At 25 years old, I can't believe not more of them have got there, because Notts County have got £168 million in the bank. Luke Williams is laughing his way to the bank, because he has just been given a team full of players. I mean, I suppose he's got a real task on keeping that dressing room harmonious. Oh, they've won an FA Cup. They have won an FA Cup, 2032. All over the place here. Look at this, though. In terms of the training facilities, superb. Excellent youth facilities. Adequate junior coaching. Blah, blah, blah. But they've got superb training facilities because they've been able to invest in the training facilities because of paying the players sod all. Because if you look at the squad, the players are on £500 a week. They've made a lot of signings, but they've got a big Briel and Bolo at 35 years old. Chiesa, 110k a week. Also retiring. Sambi Lakonga. Anyway, we're digressing. The players have improved quite a lot, but none of them have reached the potential of 200, which is alarming. I don't think that's just down to the team and the facilities, because the facilities are there. It's superb. They should have got there, especially with the amount of time they're playing. Is it down to teamwork, or is it down to them disliking each other and not playing well as a team? Maybe a bit of both. I'm not sure. So, in terms of Notts County then, let's go and have a look at the Championship. So yeah, they got promoted here. Then this season they went down. They came straight back up as champions. The first season they were back in the league, they finished 10th. So there they are in 10th. Then we had them up in 4th. Wow, they got Champions League football. Have they won a Premier League? I don't think we saw them win a Premier League on the trophies. They've got an FA Cup. 7th, so down from 4th to 7th. 8th. And now this is the current season. So they have not won anything in Europe either. If we look at Champions League, Lost to Milan in the semi-final in 2031. The Europa League lost to San Sebastian in the quarter-final in the most recent season. They've never been in the Conference League. Tripowski is the manager of England. We went from Pioli to Conte to Koeman to Tripowski. So Ralph has not been the manager yet. Back to Ralph watch. Still the manager of Austria, keeping hold of their man, our Austria. He's been there, what, like 8-9 years? Go on, Ralph. No World Cup for England. No Euros. So they've not won an international trophy, which is probably because a lot of these players that are playing are not. They just don't get on. They don't get on as a team. Because still not won a Premier League in 10 years. You know, I'm very alarmed by that. Will they do it? We're 25 years old now. I think we're just going to jump straight through to... They move in 2045. So we've got 13 years. So we go 4-4-5, don't we? So 2036, 2040, 2045. So we're going to go 4 more years. At 29 years old, we have, in terms of current ability, Colin is at 193. 185, 183. Quite a lot over the 170s, but no one. Only one player over 190. Only two more over 180. And yeah, not one player got to 200. So yeah, there they were in 8th the last time we were here in 2032. Following season, they finished 12th, but qualified for the Champions League. Did they win the Europa League? They must have done. We'll come back to that. Anyway, finished 12th. 6th. 4th. 3rd. And we've not ticked over. So that's the current season. Marco Rose is in charge. They've won a Champions League. In 2036, they won the Champions League. That's this season. They're the current Champions League winners. What? They won the Europa League. They won the Europa League in 2033, as predicted from that qualification. They did win the Europa League. They beat Dortmund in the final. 1-0. 1-0 against Dortmund in the final. Frank forward from the spot. They deserved it. Look at the stats. Can't watch it. It's a penalty. Who cares? 1-0. They are current European champions, yet they have not won a Premier League. That shocked me. But again, 14 years into the experiment, to have no players at 200, no Premier League wins, a singular FA Cup, a singular Champions League. Have they won a Carabao Cup? One in 2034. I mean, when you're looking to see if they've won Carabao Cups to measure the levels of success, you know you're really clutching at straws, don't you? England have won a World Cup, though, in 2034. So a lot of the players here will have won a World Cup with England. We look at the shortlist, and we look at international caps. 11 of them are playing for England. I wouldn't say regularly, but Charlie Centre-Back has got 26 caps. At 172, that's not a lot of caps, really, is it? You'd expect him to have more. Anyway, so they've not won a Premier League yet. Can they win it? Surely they can win at least one. 4 more years. They're improving year on year. They've just finished 3rd. 4 more years then. Let's go to 2040. And it looks like players are starting to decline. Oh, look at this. Some of them who are not playing much are already lower than 100 where they started at 33. They're all declining rapidly. Since the update, players have declined a lot more. So these experiments, players are falling off a cliff a lot quicker. So if they've not done it now, I don't think they're going to. So this is where we were in 2036. They were 3rd. They were current Europe. They won the Champions League. And the following season, they did win the Premier League. In 2036-37, they only went and did it. Then they finished 2nd on goal difference to Chelsea. Oh, wow. 2037-38. Oh, let's go and have a quick look at that. Notts County. Chelsea lost on the last day of the season. Oh, okay. And Notts County drew. Oh, my God. What? Did it? Right. I don't even know where to begin. Chelsea drew, lost. Right? Notts County drew. Newcastle, who were 1 point off the pace, in their last 5 games, drew, lost, drew. I mean, talk about no one wanting to win the league. I'm absolutely baffled by that. Brighton have qualified for the Europa League whilst being relegated. So anyway, yeah, we're back in 2040. So moving on, 2039, Newcastle won it handedly. And yeah, maybe they didn't slip up as much as they did the previous year, winning by 8 points. Notts County down in third, only getting ahead of Tottenham on goal difference by a singular goal. The most recent season, Notts County fourth. Again, losing out to Newcastle on goal difference. Nottingham Forest getting Conference League football. Palace getting Champions League football. Everton up there as well. Arsenal City down here. United all the way down there. So here we are at current day. Notts County. Thomas Tuchel is in charge. Yeah, Marco Rose left after 6 and a bit years, after all those cup wins and everything. Competitions, in terms of, they've won another Champions League in 2039. So last season they won the Champions League, beating Newcastle in the final. Look at this, Merseyside derby in the final here, Liverpool v Everton. Okay, so 33 years old. They are all moving in 5 years. So we're going to go to the final 5 years just to see how Notts County fare. So this is where we last were in 2040. And I've actually come to 2047 because this is where I simmed all the way up to, because I wanted to get a couple more years where the players had gone to like Man City, which is where they went. So yeah, we've got the following season they finished third in the league. Then they finished second. And unbelievably, Notts County won the league in 2043 with all the players being 35, 36. To be fair, they'll have built out that squad, and that squad will be much better now with superstars, because if you look at them, you've got £120 million in the bank. Yeah, Ruben Amorim is the manager. After Thomas Tuchel was there, Arteta came in, then Andrew Robertson, who's now the assistant manager. Oh, he's still the assistant manager. Okay, so he was caretaker. And then Marco Rose came back. Never go back. Got sacked. Cristiano Ronaldo vibes over here. Then Andrew Robertson, again caretaker, and Ruben Amorim is the current manager. So they've won 2 Premier Leagues, so they haven't won another one since. They finished 5th. This was the last season with all the players. They finished 3rd, and then they've now finished 6th, 9th. They're outside Europe. They've won a Europa League, 2 Champions Leagues. They've won another FA Cup, 2037, and they won the Carabao Cup in 2037 and 38. They've done pretty well. But that's about it. So they've not done anywhere near as well as I thought they would have done. Let's have a quick look at England. AJ Cars is in charge. After Chbosky, Alan Guacamanil, Graham Potter, Ruben Amorim, who is the current manager of Notts County. He was England manager for a bit. Chris Cooper, Jordan Much, Eddie Howe, and AJ Cars. No Ralph in charge of England. Sad times. Still 2 players still rocking and rolling. Look at that. Robbie Wright, winger, 52 out of 200. Has never played a professional game of football. What a career. £500 a week. 21k a week at Man City. 40 years old, retiring. On a centre mid. Oh, look at that polygon. What's Robbie's like? Oosh. So that's it. Is it Football of the Year? Any of them win Football of the Year? Let's have a quick look at that. No, they did not. Jose Tadeu, who played for Notts County, did. Who's still there and unbelievable. In terms of World Cup winners, then we've had Poland, France, England, Mexico, Germany, and Portugal. In terms of Euros, it was Spain, Italy, Norway, Spain, Germany, Belgium. England coming runner up there, but England did not. Only won 1 World Cup. And England often do a lot better. So you've got to say that the one teamwork / the dislike for everyone. I think the teamwork did increase over time as well. So the dislike for each other just showed that they couldn't function brilliantly as a team. And they did manage to win a couple of trophies. But I think that would have been down to a lot of players coming in and bedding into that team and being part of, like, wasn't the full 11 with the players that hated each other. Probably about 3 or 4, maybe 5. But yeah, that's the end of the experiment. Hope you've enjoyed it, gang. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks so much for watching. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel, as I always say. Comments down below of anything you want to see in the future. Take care of yourselves, most importantly, and I'll see you soon.